ground shake.
Hey, what is up everybody? This is Sypher 2 here today, and I usually don't put these videos this close together. As you guys do know, I've never put videos this close together, but first of all, there's been lots of news happening about Call of Duty. And the next one is as well, on February 14th of 2019, Valentine's Day, at the school which I go to, which is in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, one of the 50 states, my school was apparently had an active school shooter at the time school was just barely starting. And yes, I just said that. I had an active school shooter at my school, where I go to go to school. Had an active school shooter on Valentine's Day, a year later after the Florida shooting. Pretty strange, pretty weird. It's something you would never expect to happen to you. In all reality, I never expected this to happen to our local school, one of the best schools in the state, if not one of the best high schools in the entire state. And it's pretty kind of saddening to see this, you know. You never think it would happen to you, you know. You always feel like none of this stuff would ever happen, and it did, and I don't know. So I'm going to explain kind of my little story here of what I knew of what happened. So, excuse me. It was just a normal day. You know, I walk into campus, being myself. You know, walk around campus for a little bit, and then go see my friends Segura and Chris, who are hanging out in the cafeteria. Hang out with them for a little bit. We talk for a couple minutes or so. I go in line, get my breakfast. I finish my breakfast, and then one of my boys comes up, and this is like 7 o'clock, you know, 7:03. You know, we're about to leave, you know, to go to our first class of the day because it's on the 3rd floor, which is just a couple feet outside the cafeteria. You know, no big deal, but gotta climb up all those stairs. And right as about we're to get up and leave, you know, we're talking about it and everything like that. I see a janitor running from the left side, which is where the doors are coming from, where you know, park your cars to get in as a student. And he comes rushing in through that side, and I'm like, what the hell? Maybe there's an accident or something. And he goes rushing in the doors, and he whistles, and then he yells out to everyone in the cafeteria, we were in the middle of a lockdown. Everyone get to the gym. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. And literally everybody in the whole cafeteria gets up and it's just like, what the hell is going on? Oh shit. So once we get to the gym, everyone's the personal announcements comes on. This is not a drill. Everyone get to the field. And we're like, oh well shit. We thought it was a fire. And I'm like, I don't smell fire. I don't smell gasoline. Maybe like a little bit of smoke, but nothing too bad, right? And then we start flooding outside of the building. You know, I'm seeing everybody from the gym coming out, all in their gym clothes, you know, and their workout clothes, out in the middle of the cold, and they're all out there. And then they have a video of us that I'll play at the end. But then I started talking to a couple guys and a couple friends, and apparently I didn't realize this. We all thought it was a fire drill at first, but then we figured out it was actually a school shooter incident, and we were out there just waiting for them to kind of clear this area. We had 2 of our campus police officers out there. They were armed with their carbines and their pistols out, you know, ready to go. Then SWAT team arrived, and they were clearing the building. We had a couple SWAT officers by us. We had police on motorcycles driving around the campus. It was insane. And it was crazy, you know, to see all of this happening. You know, I never thought it would happen, you know, here, you know. And then eventually we got us all grouped together, and we're lining up, and they're getting information from us. And then eventually they said that we're gonna go to the Santa Ana Center for a safe location for our parents to pick us up. So we get on buses, you know, we're loading on the buses, and we go to the Star Center, and then we see everybody there. You know, and they're packing like 3 to a seat on these buses, and keep in mind, you know, they're usually big enough for 2 to a seat, so they're trying to get us out of there to safe location, right? So we're packing up these buses and we're getting out of there, and then later we found out that the shooter was in custody once we got to the center, and then they canceled school for Valentine's Day and today, which is the 15th. So it's pretty crazy, that this happened, to our school. It's pretty intense. I don't know why. Why would you do this? But I guess it happened, and it's crazy. So it's just insane. I never thought that we'd have this kind of incident at our school, because our school is relatively good. We have good staff, good everything, but I'm kind of glad no one got injured, thankfully. He did shoot in the building. A couple students saw it and everything, but after that he ran. I guess gun jammed apparently or something, I don't know, but it's just insane to think of this. Thankfully nobody was injured, no one got hurt, no one was shot or killed or anything like that. It's pretty intense, to see this kind of happen. I never thought this would happen. As students, you just kind of make fun of it, like all the memes and stuff, and then it actually happens, and you're just like, oh shit. So yeah, that happened yesterday, and it's just insane to think about it. You never think that this would happen. So I have a video and a couple other videos kind of showing what happened a little bit. So I'll play those for you guys, and I'll come talk to you guys after those play. So let's cut to those clips real quick.
Only run, okay? We're not Mexican toy, we can only jump. We can do all three, okay? We can do all three.
Well, I have no idea what's going on, but we got a lockdown. In all reality. Anybody know what's going on?
Oh, fuck me. What? I just saw a police officer cop drive by the fucking over there. Okay, I'm not okay right now. I am legitimately not okay. It's making me legitimately uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's called your adrenaline, bitch. Your adrenaline starts pumping. It's like, well, I gotta get ready to live or to survive or die.
Yo, we fucking died today.
You guys have any idea what the fuck's going on?
Well, you heard someone shot a gun, but
Yeah, there's a shooter.
that's what we.
Shoot me, bro. Shoot me.
I do not want to die today, please.
I want to die today.
I have brothers to take care of.
That's all we hear is a guy, when we're in the cafeteria whistle, get inside. This is locked down. Right, what the fuck? What?
Why'd you put us in lockdown, dog?
No, I have a guy to take care of you.
You put us out in the open where we were actually gonna get shot.
I'm not dying today.
I'm not dying today.
I ain't dying
I also have
today.
a brother and a sister, but they're way older than me. Shit, bro. I am dying. Who day?
So as you guys can just see in the last previous video, like we're talking like what was going on, and now in this one they're interviewing a couple kids, and they're saying that they were really close or they're in the same hallway with the shooter, and that they didn't think this would happen to our school. And this last one right here, he's saying that what happens is that he pulls out a gun and shoots it twice into the air, which is actually what happened. And that's all of the footage I could get from what I had available to me. They didn't have that much footage, but they did see the gun. The gun was a 9mm pistol, it looked like, and it's just insane to think that this would happen here. You never actually think this would happen. I never thought it would happen. I never imagined this happening to any school. You don't think that. It's still crazy to imagine this actually happened, and it's insane. So I guess you could technically say I'm a school shooter survivor, but I'm not saying that. I'm not clarifying that, because no one actually got shot. It just so happened that way. And I give all of my respects to the Florida students who got shot up last year. I kind of feel where you're going. Honestly, your guys was a lot worse. I could kind of feel how much adrenaline was pumping through you, know how scared you were. I wasn't really that scared, and actually I was the one voicing the stuff whenever we had to get in line and make more lines and stuff like that. I was that kid, you know, like, everybody, we gotta make lines and everything, you know, so they could sort us out, you know, because there's someone who's got to be the bigger voice, you know, between all this, you know, of what's happening. You know, you just can't let it float by, you know, you kind of gotta just keep going, and so it's really what happened. So it's crazy to imagine this happening. I never really thought this would happen. Never wanted it to happen in the first place, but I guess it did. So whatever, guys. But anyway, if you guys have kind of enjoyed this different video, have any comments or want to say anything down in the comments below, let me know. I have a special video coming up for you guys. Go follow the Instagram if you're not, to stay up to date with that. It's coming. And also hit the links in the description to get yourself some free COD points if you guys haven't already. Haven't set up with those apps to get yourself some free COD points. Helps out the channel, helps you guys obviously. And that's pretty much all I gotta say for today's video, guys. And see you guys later. Peace out.